Hey guys, what's up? This is Shukesh once again, and today I have for you another speed test, and this time it's iPhone XS Max versus Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and there is a huge price difference. I mean, this year's iPhone XS Max is about 62% pricier than the Samsung flagship, so it has to be much better than the already great Samsung Note 9. The iOS version on this iPhone is currently 12.0, and here on this Galaxy Note 9 the Android version is stuck at 8.1 Oreo. Now I want to mention here the Note 9 I have here is the Samsung Exynos variant with Mali G72 GPU, and the screen resolution has been set to WQHD+. Now, interestingly, there is a huge difference in the Antutu benchmark score. I mean, iPhone XS Max scores about 56% more than the Note 9. Now guys, let's get started with the speed test, and the first thing I will do is a boot test. Now it looks like iPhone turned off before the Samsung Galaxy, but the shutdown process is actually going on in the background, so we cannot decide. So let's now turn on the phones and see what happens. Well, as you can see guys, Note 9 is ready before iPhone XS Max, so it's the winner. Now guys, let's start the speed test. There is no app running in the background, and I will start with the system apps followed by some third-party apps as well as some hardcore games. At the end of this video, I will be comparing the RAM management, so let's get started with the dialer. Definitely the iPhone was quicker. Next, let's compare the browsers, and once again iPhone XS Max was quicker. Let's open a website, amazon.in, and this time you have the Note 9 as the winner. Next, let's open the stock galleries, and iPhone XS Max is much faster than Note 9. Next, let's check the cameras, and Galaxy Note 9 wins in this department. The next app I will try is the YouTube app, and looks like Galaxy Note 9 wins again, so the score right now is Note 9 3 and iPhone XS Max 2. Let me introduce to you our new channel, which is in Hindi. It's available at youtube.com/gadgetsportalhindi. So let's try a video, and it's definitely a draw, both videos loaded at the same time. Now guys, I will launch these Photoshop apps one by one. The first app is Photoshop Express, and iPhone XS Max wins. Next, there you have Photoshop Mix, and once again iPhone is the winner. Now Photoshop Lightroom CC, and in this app the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 wins big time. Let's now check Adobe Sketch. I think this time iPhone wins because there was some loading on the Note 9. So the score right now is iPhone 5 and Note 9 at 4. Let's now try some social apps. I will start with the Facebook app, and definitely the Samsung smartphone wins. Next we have Twitter, and once again the Galaxy Note 9 wins big time. Well, what I've seen on this iPhone XS Max, it struggles for network apps, like for social apps on the browser, on news reading apps. As you can see, Instagram also took some time on this iPhone. So this is something Apple should take care of on future updates. Otherwise, this new iPhone is really snappy. In fact, the home screen swiping seems smoother on this XS Max compared to Note 9. So after opening 12 system and third-party apps, the score is iPhone 5 and Note 9 7. Next, let's try the gameplay, which will be the deciding factor, and I will start with PUBG Mobile. It's a well-known fact that Apple App Store apps and games are developed keeping iPhones in mind, so these apps and games are more compatible without any hardware and software matching issues. As you can see, the game opened on the iPhone XS Max much before Note 9, because on this Android device the software or the game has to adjust for different devices from different manufacturers, so I really don't blame Note 9. In fact, the gameplay is as smooth as XS Max, but as far as game launch time is concerned, it's not a match for the iPhone. The next game we have here is Brothers in Arms 3. As expected, iPhone wins by a big margin. The game I for you next is Asphalt 9. Well, this time though iPhone wins once again, but they were very close. I mean, the difference might be a millisecond or two. The game I have for you now is 6 Guns. As you can see, Note 9 is kind of struggling. There is some loading and iPhone XS Max is ready as expected. So another big win for the iPhone. This Note 9 here is at Android 8.1 Oreo. The Pie update is due soon. Next, let's try a mid-graphics game, it's Minion Rush. Well, this game loads quicker on the Galaxy Note 9, so the Samsung device wins for the first time in the gaming department. Let's try a few more games before we conclude. The next game I want to try is Pokemon Go, and once again the Note 9 beats the XS Max, so it's doing really great, actually much better than OnePlus 6. The OnePlus device could not even stand against the iPhone, so Note 9 is doing actually great, I will say, for an Android device, but on the Subway Surfer, once again it loses to the iPhone XS Max. So in this gaming test, iPhone wins in 5 games and Note 9 in 2 games. So today iPhone is the winner overall. Now it's time for the RAM management comparison. You have 4GB RAM on this iPhone XS Max and 6GB RAM on this Note 9. But of course RAM size does not matter all the time. Let's check in real life how is the RAM management of this new iPhone XS Max compared to Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Let's relaunch the apps and games I have opened so far. I will start with the browsers. Well, I'm somewhat disappointed with the Note 9, it's reloading the browser. I did not really expect that. Let's try a few more apps before we conclude. Well, there is again this blank screen on the Note 9, though it could reload the video I was watching. This white blank screen is not something you would like to see on a smartphone that is considered the best Android phone. But still, it's good to see that the app was still in the RAM of the phone, it did not reload. Next, let's try this Adobe app, and as you can see, this Photoshop Mix is reloading on this Samsung device. So despite having 50% more RAM, definitely the RAM management of the Samsung Note 9 is not as good. So as far as user experience is concerned, iOS is smoother and more user-friendly than Android. It may not be as feature-rich or as open as Android, but it gives you the impression of lag-free smooth experience, which the best and the costliest Android phone might not be able to do till now. Next, let's try some games. Here you have the PUBG Mobile, and well, it's in the RAM of the Note 9 as well as the iPhone, so it's really great to see that. On my OnePlus 6 versus iPhone XS Max speed test, you have seen OnePlus 6 could not handle this game after opening so many apps and games. The next game I wanna try is Asphalt 9, and it's in the RAM of both devices. The next game we have here is Pokemon Go, and once again, as you can see, both the devices handled this game in the background. So I'm really impressed with the Note 9, its RAM management is impressive. Lastly, I want to reload the Subway Surfer, and once again you have no issues relaunching this game on both Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and iPhone XS Max. So in the RAM management, I will say Note 9 and iPhone XS Max are very close, but in terms of speed, except for the network apps, the iPhone is too fast, especially on the games. But no matter how fast or how good it is, I cannot really justify the price. With the price tag of 68,000 rupees, Note 9 is an amazing phone to buy if you are into Android, but if you have the money, then definitely this iPhone is the best phone you can go for. Comment below and let me know what you think. If you have liked this video, then don't forget to thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Check my new Hindi channel at youtube.com/gadgetsportalhindi. This is Shukesh signing off. Have a nice day.